Alright, welcome back to the channel, fam. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's get right into this topic. The game. The game. I don't know what got the game into this situation right here, but we're about to get into the details and then we're about to do our own commentary and give our opinions. So the game's sexual assault accuser has now won a second lawsuit against him, and it starts out there. Shout out to Hot New Hip Hop for this one. Priscilla Rainey accused the game of establishing shell companies to avoid his obligation to fulfill a default judgment in their first case. In other words, she sued him before and she won. The judge said he was supposed to pay her millions of dollars. The game, being a game, said, "You not getting a fucking penny." And when the game did that, he started to hide his assets, according to this. Now, she took him back to court. She said to the system, "Hey, I'm not getting any of the money that I sued for." And this is where the new headlines come up. According to Hot New Hip Hop, the game just lost a second lawsuit against him from Priscilla Rainey. Priscilla Rainey is a former contestant on the game's 2015 reality TV show, She's Got Game. Now imagine, you yourself started a TV show, right? And the TV show's name is You Got Game. And you vetted these females to come on your show. You would think they were fans in the first place. And you end up in a lawsuit with one of them. And they win millions of dollars in that lawsuit. So she was a contestant on his 2015 show, She's Got Game. This is a reality TV show. Moreover, she sued him for sexual assault in 2016 after he allegedly touched her without consent while they were on a date. Damn, that's an expensive ass touch. The rapper lost his case due to his failure to attend the court or scheduled hearings that were put in place, which resulted in a default judgment of $7.1 million, which is now owed to Rainey. So apparently, all he had to do was show up to court and defend himself. But I've heard this side of the story before, where he honestly did not think it could go that far. He was like, "Come on, I touched her arm. There's no way it could go that far." What you got to understand, though, is people can always file a lawsuit against you. And if you don't show up to court to answer, then there's what's called a default judgment. That's just how the court system goes. You got to respond. The default judgment in this particular case is $7.1 million that was owed to Rainey. The judge ordered the game to pay. But in 2021, she opened another lawsuit. And she claimed that the game had opened various shell companies to stash his money. So he is not complying with the ruling of the courts. He is hiding his assets instead. That's why he's saying she's not getting a effing penny. Now the court reportedly sided with her again. And the 44-year-old, which is the game, must now fully account for his missing payments. Now, he could go on saying she ain't getting nothing, but that's not how the courts work. You might have to end up filing bankruptcy, Chapter 11. And what I learned from the Tasha K situation with Cardi B is, if they find that what you did, the offense was done maliciously and intently, then it won't save you from the $7.1 million judgment. Furthermore, Rainey alleged that he gave up his role as manager at the company JTT Holdings, and instead he passed the torch to his manager, Whack 100. just so she can't get to whatever that paycheck is he was getting from there. Another way in which the game allegedly gamed the system to not look like he has any assets. That was, according to the former reality TV contestant, giving up ownership of his Los Angeles property. It's like saying, I have nothing. The property didn't belong to me. These cars I have don't belong to me. I have nothing. So y'all are suing me and I don't have a damn thing. Basically, he's being accused of relinquishing ownership, relinquishing paying positions, hiding all his assets, and saying he has nothing. Her Victoria's second lawsuit claimed that she only received $500,000 off the $7.1 million that was established by the default judgment. $500,000 is $500,000. That's a lot of money. I wonder if she blew through that money already. And she is like, man, I got $7 million left coming to me. He better pay me my money. Blew through the first $500,000 she got celebrating. And now she can't get any more. As such, Rainey seeks to seize this eventually. And she is asking the court to delegitimize these shell companies so that she can access her owed funds. My money is what you're sitting on, and I want my money now. According to reports, the court held a hearing on December 13th to discuss this, and both the plaintiff and the game's manager, Whack 100, testified. The music executive and provocateur told authorities that his client gave him his Los Angeles house due to a personal debt that was owed between them and nothing more, which is what Whack 100 went to court and said, hey, the game owed me some things. This is a personal debt that was settled between us, and it was worth his property. So I took his property. Nothing more. According to Radar Online, the court ended up siding with Rainey and established that the California MC's inability to avoid payments unless he wants more consequences down the line. So the courts did not buy that. The court said, yeah, whatever. Listen, we siding with Rainey. You better come up with that money and start paying up, or there will be more consequences and repercussions down the line. For example, Rainey would now be able to file a lien against that same LA home or sell it now that it's reportedly back under his legal ownership and part of his sizable assets. So he could very well lose his California home, and Whack 100 saying he gave it to me to settle a debt, did not stand up in court. Meanwhile, while this is going on, I'm saying to myself, damn it, man, you could have went on that date and not touched that girl. Why did you touch her? Priscilla Rainey. And if this isn't a come up, I don't know what is. I know there are a lot of people out there who are saying, man, it's so easy for these women to come up nowadays. Others are saying, why would you even go on a date with a guy who you didn't want to even touch you? And you got so offended that he touched you that you filed a lawsuit against him. But here's the thing. A woman has the right to say no to a touch. Because she goes on a date with you, fellas, you need to know this. Because she goes on a date with you, a lot of guys might be assuming she already know what time it is, right? But she has the right to say, I don't want to be touched by you. I'm enjoying the date. Let's see where the date's going. Okay, you're paying for the drinks and you're paying for dinner and you paid for me to get here. I don't care if you flew me out on a private jet. Don't touch me until I say it's okay for you to touch me. And this is the thin line right here that allegedly was crossed. We weren't there. You know, the first time I heard the story, it was much different. The word is now touch. When I heard the story before, it wasn't touch. It was the R word, APED word. This is what it is. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. Do you think that him touching her inappropriately should justifiably be worth $7.1 million? Or should he have been given a chance to have his fair day in court? I mean, he was given a chance. He ignored it. He made a mistake. Maybe he was too busy. Maybe he didn't think it would go that far. How could a touch possibly end up in court costing me $7.1 million and now on the verge of costing me my Hollywood mansion and probably all the other stuff that I own? Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you on the next video. It's BrainFLoTv. I'm out. Peace.